So I am just discovering if we are going live or not, and we are here with the conscious magical dragon readings today. These readings really, they move. So no matter what card you've picked in a week before, something new will come up this week or something new will come up next week, and it just all adds to the big picture. And this is what the dragons are here to do, to help you understand where you are, what's going on in your subconscious, what needs to be let go of. And every week I have picked 4 of the dragons, and then when I tune into them, they give me which card they want me to read out on that day, which is based on whatever the theme is that's going on at the moment. So whatever card you've picked, thank you very, very much for taking part in this. I must say that I'm doing this, recording this live today, far earlier than I thought I would be. But you see, I've created some magic. And this is what this is all about. It's a long story, I will make a post about this. But I so wanted to go camping while the boys were still on holiday. And then the weather was crap, and then my car broke down, and then Alex's car broke down. I'm just like, I absolutely rebel against having to stay still. I love adventure, and then when that's not able for me, I'm just like, what's really going on here? And it was my subconscious just saying, you create your own adventure. And I went, right, okay. So what I would like then is for us to go camping, for both the boys and me, just 3 of us, little family, to go camping. And we'll go to the National Reserve, and we'll go to the Bear Park, and we'll go to the Dungeon des Aigles, so where the eagles sort of, there's a great big show that they do, and you can hold an eagle and all that kind of stuff. The boys are going to love it. So then I wanted that, and I went, do you know what, but I need the weather to be really good. And because I don't have a car, I would really like to just see something pop up about being able to borrow somebody's car or rent someone's car, like a wee car or something like that, which is where you borrow someone's car and you pay them some cash for it. The next thing I know, I go make a cup of coffee, I come and sit down, and I open up a folder, and I'm just like, oh my God. In the expats in this area, I noticed that somebody put a car on rent for this next week, and I went, that's magic. I only just asked for that a minute ago. That's a good sign. Then I checked the weather, and from just the night before to the morning, it had been forecasting storms and forecasting all sorts of things. Then it was like, this week is absolutely glorious. I went, it has to happen. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to create this. This is going to happen. So that's why I'm doing this recording early today, because I've created my own magic, and I'm going camping with the boys. So they're packing, they're cleaning the studio, they're doing what they need to do to get ready so that we can leave at lunchtime. So that's why I'm making these readings slightly earlier today. We need to be able to create magic all the time. And that means for me that I have to do certain processes. That means that I have to make sure that my frequency is high. That makes sure that I'm actually focusing and imagining what it is that I really want. Sometimes that's the hardest bit when I'm coaching someone. They don't really know how something feels or what it is that they want. So I'm always guiding that. And that's why I'm doing this 16-week course about how to guide yourself into magic, the frequency of flow, and just keep expanding what the possibilities and the potential is, because we limit ourselves. And this is what the dragons are here to teach us all the time. Now, the first dragon today is Tara, which is perfect, which is exactly the demonstration of what I did at the weekend. Was I pivoted my expectation. I pivoted from like, it's stormy, I don't have a car to go in, I'm feeling really depressed, it sucks, to, oh, what do I want instead? Why don't I just create that? So Tara talks about that. So her card that she picked for me today, when I said, what card do you want me to read today? She said, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so this is card number 3, but 11 of the whole 64 pack of Awaken with the Dragons. Oh, that's a nice title, isn't it? I'm going to write that down. Oh, sometimes when I'm talking, I just get such wild, amazing ideas. So this is card 1. It's a rather long one, but I'm going to read it to you as best I can. This is what the dragons want you to know. Like, whatever state you're in, whatever state you're currently in, it's because of what you're focusing on. I was just like, oh, the weather's rubbish, and God, I don't have a car, and then the other card doesn't work, and what am I going to do? So I'm just like, what state was I in? Pretty low, pretty victim, pretty like, can't do anything about it, to creating a different state. So the card today is pivotal point to feel something different other than you currently feel. Perfect. Always, always perfect. So you're on the brink and ready to pivot your perception. You may find yourself totally hooked on something or somebody that you can't possibly let go of. It's part of you like a habit you can't break. Yet you know it does no good whatsoever. It's familiar and feels something like an addiction would. It has you in its grasps and it has you trapped, being dependent so that you would feel lost and adrift without it. But at the same time it feels draining and you recognize that it's not good for you. That's when you get the feeling of like, oh, I feel so down about this. That is your trigger then to understand that there's something better for you. That's what you're being shown. That's what your soul and your higher self is saying, come on, let's pivot this. You get to choose to feel something that would feel better than you do right now. And that's why it's essential that you learn how to expand and raise your frequencies and understand how to keep those expanded and open, like your heart is open all the time. Everyone has a heart. Everybody's looking for stuff to do with their heart. The turning point is the moment that you decide that what you feel, that you want to feel something other than what you feel right now. You could come from a place where you recognize yourself and say, I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want this to be happening to me anymore. This is your turning point. And then the next part is when you decide, if I don't want to feel this anymore, what is it that I want to feel? You are the creator. Maybe you recognize that there is something missing for you, like a deep connection in a relationship, feeling loved, experiencing inner peace or freedom, better finances, more time out to enjoy life, which is me, adventure, not feel so tired or having more enjoyment in life and more of the happy things. Maybe you recognize that you complain, that you feel exhausted rushing around for everyone else and you've got a lot of, lost all the enjoyment from your work, from your home or from your life. In general, just does not satisfy or fulfill you anymore at that level. As a human being, you truly deserve to be happy. You now choose consciously, consistently, with your determination how you want to feel. Did you know that 98% of the population are not doing this and maybe never do this? You are at the leading edge if you're listening to this, in the fact that you want to create something different other than what you have. Choose consciously with determination how you want to feel something other than you currently feel. Allow the feelings you want to come up from the inside. These feelings come from inside the body. If it's joy or love or peace, it's coming from a place of inside you. Stop looking from something or someone that gives you the feeling from the outside that makes you feel happy. Have enjoyment, love or peace from the inside. Go inside and own that you control what you feel. Look for all the situations, memories, dreams and fantasies that you had when you felt that delicious feeling that you want, and let that flood into you and infuse you with the feeling that you desire the most. From my heart to your heart, that is what I want from you. That's what everybody, your higher self, wants for you. Human beings truly deserve to be happy. Remember what Tara said. Then, with the feeling that you are seeking radiating from you, you will experience more occasions, more moments and situations that match up with that feeling note. It's like a note or a harp string or a chord or a tune or a tone. Things will match with that frequency. When you're at the frequency that you want to be in, naturally the things that you want come towards you. So it's like magnet. It's that magnetism, that attraction that works far better than anything else. You are becoming aware when you feel what you don't want to feel, and you are in the driving seat. You have pivoted at that moment. It's like, don't want this anymore. then you start doing the inner work and saying, well, you know what do I want? This is when you're not expecting someone else to give you the love or to do what you expect someone else should do to provide you with peace. You find those exquisite moments on the inside. You are the creator. You do not work hard to prove yourself to others, to earn money, to buy objects, to make you look smart and successful. You just are this on the inside already. You own it. This is why this 16-week course of really getting into the frequency, finding what it is that you want to feel so that we can watch you all together create. Can you imagine a group of like amazing group, a number of people all creating just because they're like, I'm in the frequency, I'm in the energy of it. It's amazing. All right, so we're awakening with the dragons a little bit more today. We are moving on now to Utopia. Now, Utopia represents when you've got to the edge of the rainbow, when you kind of go, I get it. I understand that now. I've already created some amazing stuff in my life. So, what's next? What's on the other side of the rainbow? We've already worked through all the different colours of the rainbow. That's why I have the settee the way it is, because it's like you go through all the different shades of grey and then you go through everything and you just let everything go. It's all about how you feel from the inside. So Utopia today, when I asked her, what card do you want me to read today to do with what's going on generally, to do with the frequency, to do with everything's, you know, changing. We've just had a new moon. She said to me, card number 5. But in all honesty, card number 61 of the 64 pack that I've created for the dragons with their Awaken with the Dragons. So her title is Your Hidden Power Circuit. You have to know that when you claim your power, it's all about you claim your energy. You claim the feeling that you own inside you. You choose what it is that you want, and then you own it. That's the power. That's you breaking the spell. It's like, aha, I get to choose. I get to create. I get to be the ruler in my own universe. I am winning the world. What's the other phrase that I sometimes have? Anyway, it'll come back to me. So anyway, Utopia wants to tell you today, as one of the dragons to help you awaken your consciousness, your hidden power circuit. You have immense power available to you, and you have caught glimpses of it. You've manifested into the material world of forms, items, people, opportunities, just to be focused through your energy and through your actions. You've already done this. You know you've already done this. So let's just keep doing it for all the other things that are available. That's why I call it practical magic, because you're able to do it with other things once you put your attention and your focus on what it is that you want. You, as a human, are tethered between the skies and the earth. Accessing the ground energy and the magic of the earth, you can easily access cosmic energy, infinite intelligence. There is a circuit of which you are part. Like a battery, you are charged by this connection and flow energy easily through you in and out, just as easily as you breathe. It enters and it exits you. Your soul and intuition are with you, connected to the circuit, and where you claim your invisible powers of extrasensory perceptions and creation. Maybe see yourself tethered on a harp string that runs through the centre of you from head to toe and all the way back. A musical note shaped like a musical clef loops up and down like a continuous breath, breathing in cosmic energy through you and then down into the earth where we humans are living, and then back up through you, beyond into the skies, and again looping back and down and up and back in a continuous loop. Just like breathing in your connection between the heavens and the earth all the time. This means that you are connected to your higher self. If you want to see it, you are connected to the invisible mystics. You are connected to God. This is true. I've been up there and I've had conversations with God on this line that I am connected up via, just to say, show me something and tell me something about this situation. So many, many things you sense and pick up on already with this circuit running. Yet there is much more to be claimed. Pardon. For now, I'm sure you can feel the atmosphere changing in a room. You can feel another person or another place's energy as frequency and in vibration inside of you. You know when somebody's happy or when somebody's sad, and you walk into the room and you're like, whoops, something's going on. You can now easily decipher the energy that you feel. The energy you feel, where it might be coming from or from who. You can even ask your higher self, is it mine? Or is it someone else's? Is it yours? Is it yours? Is it yours? Because it's not mine. And you can find out where this energy is coming from that is touching you, that you are picking up on. And if it's got nothing to do with you, but you're picking it up, you can kind of go, well, I don't need to feel that anymore. I don't need to feel so sad, or I don't need to feel so depressed, or I don't need to feel so agitated. You are empathic. This is what the dragons want you to know. You are empathic. Everybody is. You feel it. But what Utopia is saying is when you've come to the end of the rainbow, because you've cleared away so much of your own debris, so much of your own crap that's been going on, all the stories that are in your head, we have to clear those all the time, by the way. They sort of come up and then you kind of go, that's in my head. It's just a thought. It's just a feeling. It's just energy. So, actually, I don't need to attach another story to it, because that's what really pulls you down into the quagmire. You are a powerful being, and knowing what you are sensing and aware of helps you understand yourself really well and understand the others around you. Knowing that you are sensitive and empathic and that you are picking up feelings from other people, and at the time you can choose to come back home to your own safe place. Pause and know what you want to feel more than anything else. The work that I do in the 16-week frequency course always starts with you coming home. Now, this is something that I'm going to be tapping you into on Thursday, the 1st of September at 4 o'clock. I'm going to be showing you how to come back into home, into that frequency, so that you know at any time when you're feeling icky, crappy, influenced by another, you go, oh, where am I in all of this? And you can bring yourself back. This is what Utopia wants me to tell you today. It's you who will make the choice when you're in the room with somebody or in the presence of somebody that you don't want to feel that specific energy, that you can own your energy and it's okay. You feel safe. You can stand next to the person and feel rather confident and powerful and unaffected by the surrounding energy. That is magic. When you can stand in the room with your arch nemesis or whichever parent or ex-partner or something like that and just kind of go, unaffected. Doesn't bother me. Unaffected. In fact, I can even change the energy in this room. I can make it way better because I know what I feel like when I'm feeling safe. You are phenomenally strong to be so impervious and so genuinely unaffected by energy. Turning up or down your volume when you choose. No one's comments, bad behavior, even touch or enter your preferred energy state. Your boundaries are set up and you decide what you let in and what you let out of your own energy. You have full command of the space around you and you can be the biggest energy in the room, silently pulsating and adding power to your circuit. Radiating the best possible feeling that you can imagine. We talk about in the 16-week course going from love to pure bliss. That's going from like 520 hertz to 1000 hertz. Can you imagine being that expanded, that happy, that satisfied, content? Nothing. It's like water off a duck's back. That doesn't affect me. That is a beautiful, beautiful state to be in. You have the ability to alter the energy and send out healing waves in any situation that you are in. You are in charge of the most phenomenal power source, and as such, you have the ability to assist in healing, shift energy, knowing that the more you help, the more you assist, and the more you send out the energy, it's always for the good of all, according to free will, and that the blessed energy that you send out will always come back to you threefold, tenfold. It always comes back to you. So it's worth doing a very good job. That's why it's really important to stay in a very, very good energy state, altered state, mental state. What's your focus? My focus is that it's going to be an awesome day. Right, that was Utopia, card number 61. We're moving on to Bloom, who is the pink dragon that's usually winking at you. Bloom is all about expanding your frequency, expanding your state into being more happy, being less irritated by other people, but just all to do with your own state. So we go back to Bloom. So this is her card. And when I asked her what card does she want me to talk about today, she came up with her card. Number 45, this is Bloom. She is talking all about the feeling of your heart rejoicing. If most of us are honest, it's just like, how do I get into that feeling? How do I feel that? How do I feel that most of the time? Because when we feel that most of the time, it's being in love, it's loving the people around you, loving the life that you've got. Things happen. And that's what Bloom wants us to know about today. So her card, and I know I've read this one before, but it is a beautiful card, number 45 from the whole pack of the Awaken, Awaken with the Magical Dragons. Heart rejoicing. Make that your quest. Make it your quest. Just like Odyssey, that is your quest. How can I feel superbly with my heart rejoicing, loving every single second of the day? You may find that reaching a heart rejoicing seems far, far away right now. Don't cave into these objections. Experiment with the idea from different directions. Get caught up in movement when your heart flutters open and you could not hold it any longer and you had to demonstrate what you were feeling in an action. You know when you feel so good and you're just like, oh, it just feels so good, I feel great. That's the action. So you know you're feeling so good because you have to put an action with it. And that's what she's asking for. That's when you know that you're exuding that particular, you've got oodles of that energy going on the inside of you. All right. There will be moments forgotten and buried under all the debris and the dense survival energy you have become so used to, and that you now take to be your normal experience. These can dissolve away when you conjure up moments when you fell in love with someone, or with a special place, or with an innocent child or puppy. Seek out those moments and make it your quest. Keep exploring these moments to feel more of it and let it seep in. Allow that to permeate into your heart and mind and explore some more. You will naturally find other moments and then more moments and have your heart rejoicing. I'll just be with you in a minute. Be with you in a minute. Thank you, sweetheart. Have your heart rejoicing. This is a continual conversation where you're including your soul and enter the spirit in every single thing that you do. That is conscious living. There are moments when a flower opens, captures you, and it has you just enthralled. You know when you see something and you just can't stop looking at it. When a flower opens, or you see, we've got here in the pay basket these little moths that are like hummingbirds, and they just hover on a flower like a hummingbird, and you're just like, I want to see more closely. It's amazing. Wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is exciting and enthralling. And for me, I love it. It's adventure. It's like, how can I see more? How can I do more? How can I feel more? And when that seed that you planted pops up and you feel so proud and happy, when you look at the horizon and you can't take your eyes off it, or when you see someone you love and you just can't stop adoring them, let the feeling flood in, even if you can't name the feelings, because there are far more feelings than there are feeling vibrations than there are words in the language to explain these feelings. Just let that feeling flow all the way through you. These feelings open your heart, and soon you will be rejoicing to be alive on such a beautiful planet, in awe and wonder of nature, with people and all the animals. You will easily smile at another, have eye contact, see beauty, feel joy, and know that there is so much more to be experienced when your heart is rejoicing. It's like that there are the colours are brighter, the sun is warmer, people are more loving, And it's all a reflection of you as to what frequency and what energy that you are in. So this is what Bloom wanted you to know today. The frequency of your state, the state that you are in, allows you to attract more of that in. Let me explain, I've just been shown, let me explain that a little bit better. If you're in a situation when you want to attract a loving partner, for example, and many people come to me and say, just I want to find a partner. It's like, okay, so when I feel into their state and I show them what their state is, I said, do you want to invite someone at the state that you're in, or do you want to invite someone who's just so adoring, so in love with you, having such a great time, gonna have adventures or whatever it is that you're looking for, taking you out, doing more things? What's the experience of that? Oh, no, I want to attract somebody like that. To attract somebody like that, you need to raise your frequency so that you match. Otherwise they won't see you. You need to be at the same level, and then you can keep growing yourselves and expanding. But you need to come up to the level of what it is that you want to attract. That's why frequency and vibration is so important, and that's what opens the doors. That was Bloom talking about the frequency. I'm just going to put the fan on. It's already warm. Now we're going to finish off with Ceremony today. Ceremony wants you to know how far you've come. Ceremony, what card did you want me to read today? Ceremony. Aha. Full spectrum. Oh yeah, brilliant. Good, I remember now. This is a very long one, so I might have to just shorten it a bit. I've just got the word decapitate. I might have to just shorten that a little bit. Ceremony wants you to know about the full spectrum of your emotions. In other words, the higher you go, also the lower you can go, but you don't stay in the low and you don't stay in the high. It's like everything's okay to pass through you. It's like, whoa, I'm feeling that. Okay, I don't need to feel that anymore. I can let that go. You don't need to hold on to it with a story. You don't need to grasp and limit yourself with the feelings that you're feeling. So the full feeling of spectrum that is available to you. This is really what the dragons want you to understand. You are a human. You have access to the full spectrum. And often we want to shut down the bad feelings. We don't want to feel those anymore. So we push them away and push them down. But that also means that we don't then allow ourselves to live in the higher spectrums. So when you imagine going into the higher frequencies, you've also got to experience that when you do that, you will be washing out some of the lower frequencies that do not serve you anymore. It's like a detox. You're detoxing on a frequency level. It's like, oh my God, well, I don't need to feel that anymore. It's gone. So we go back to the higher level. And the next time you've cleaned something out, you can go up to the higher level again. So this is what Ceremony wants you to know. And her card today is 54 from the 64 Awaken with the Dragon's Back. This is what we're talking about today. It's so tempting to live life and believe that all we see and all we feel, that's all there is. There is a full spectrum of feelings available to you, and you have only accessed a very limited spectrum. I'm being told to tell you sometimes when I crash and burn, that's a letting go process. And sometimes if I rant and rave and if I let go and I cry, it's like, whoa, now I can let go of it. And the next day I feel so much better. We need to be able to let that go and be happy and be in relationships where we're able to do that and know it's not a personal thing. You won't stay in that. It's just a phase. You need to let yourself go through that process. It's a detox process. Imagine the light spectrum, some of which you can see and understand with your limited visible spectrum of the light that surrounds you all the time. Think of this setting here like a light spectrum. So you can only see the colours that you can see, but you can't see into the different light spectrum. You can't see the invisible stuff going on. So you can't see into infrared, you can't see into ultraviolet. The same as sound, you can't always hear the different pitch and sound that a dog can hear, or the sight that the snake can see the heat, coming off something. So we live in our own spectrum, but we can expand that spectrum of what we feel and what we see and what we hear. Different species can see into expanded spectrum of light with their eyes, as well as engaging with their senses. They experience a different spectrum of knowing. Now consider that you are only experiencing the emotions and feelings that you feel comfortable with, and your brain can compute from previous experiences. You're being asked to step out of your current limited emotional sensing spectrums and start working your way into a broader spectrum where there is more colour and more sensations that you can feel consciously more and more comfortable, more safe and more familiar and confident in. At some point, the feelings that you have lived and swum in have triggered you previously to respond in certain ways. It won't be something that even touches or triggers you anymore. In other words, you can stand next to your arch nemesis and kind of go, yep, that's how you feel, but it doesn't affect me anymore. You are observing and sensing them as pure energy and know that they are all normal. It's okay to have all those emotions and feelings and frequencies around you and not be touched by them. The energy you perceive through your senses is something that's not for you personally to react to. You see and feel in a different way. You are conscious and free, finding it easier and easier to distinguish and understand. You are exploring, expanding your senses into the 5th, 6th, 7th and even 8th sense. The vibration scale of your feelings and emotions can be played like an instrument would. The lower scales, which are the denser, heavier vibrational frequencies of feelings, you will clearly recognize and be familiar with. You will need to know and be acutely aware of them because you are in them and surrounded with them all day, every day, as they emanate from your environment. As a sensitive being, you have the aim of being surrounded by them and not be affected or influenced by them, so that you are housed in your brighter, higher vibration with a neutral, observing state from a safe place and always working with your higher vibrational self. This is the 16-week vibrational course that I'm being asked to do to bring you into a higher state of frequency so that you're not affected and influenced by these lower states, lower vibrations, lower situations, people and places. It's good to be able to be neutral and not dragged into the dramas and the experiences of those around you. You have successfully worked your way up the first sacred home and safe feeling vibration, where we are opening and growing wider every day of your receiving vibration, which comes through love. Love is understanding that it is the vibration that opens the receiving, and there is so much more to experience beyond love. And that is what I was shown when I said the frequency of flow. That's what I was shown, that they want to show you how to get into those, what's beyond love. There's so much more beyond love. There are so many different shades of love, an experience of love and joy and fun and pleasure and exuberance. We were even talking earlier about heart rejoicing. From your safe place and the territory you have created for yourself, you can safely aim higher and wider than before. When you have the full spectrum of your feelings, you will begin to be able to understand the shades and nuances of another, and you will be able to understand the satisfaction that you seek, and so many more feelings that don't even have names yet. Go beyond the visible. Hello, Maya. Go beyond the visible. Go into infrared. Go into ultraviolet. And so it goes. Go beyond what you feel and know today and explore what more there could possibly be. Engage with that spectrum. And then you get to create. And then you get to have fun. I absolutely abhor boring, and I will always be looking for more adventure. And sometimes I realise that I have settled, and I've gone into mediocre, and I've gone into okay and average, and then that's when things start jiggling about in me, and I feel really uncomfortable. And then again, I have to remember, oh, I get to create, I get to play. How can I do this? How can I imagine and fix and focus my view so that I can have a different experience? So those are the readings for today. I will tag you if you've asked for a card. These are always going on, these cards, these Awaken with the Magic Dragons. Thank you for giving me that title. And this is how I found the artist for the eyes. This is how I found the artist for the books and the editors for the books and everything. Everything comes into flow when you're working in this way, when you're being creative, when you're sensing what else there could be for you. It is so exciting to be living in this different new way. Come and create magic. Come and create magic with me, and let's have more fun going on and allow ourselves to imagine things that we would love to have had as a child, but we haven't allowed ourselves because we've been too serious and sensitive and survival mode. So we can let all of that go, and we can start creating and doing more things. Practical magic is all about that. It is consciously living in the zone, paying attention to your own frequency. Imagine that you've got ley lines going through you. You need to clean them and look after them and make sure that they're resonating really, really well. Opening up your channels all the time so that you can create stuff that is magical. So I'm going to love you and leave you. So yes, I am the rebel against the average, mundane and ordinary, anything against the survival mode. Knowing that we are still human, connected to the divine. Have a wonderful week and enjoy your reading. Please let me know what's been triggered. Let me know what's come up for you. Let me know how it's progressed from last week's reading. What's going on for you? Some people are sending me emails about how this is working out and how they're really getting to the subconscious and understanding what needs to be let go of. The frequency of flow starts on the 14th of September. I'm looking for some really divine women to go into this, and at the moment it's 1,664, 16 weeks we will be together, and every single day you'll be raising your vibration more. There is a lot to be cleared out, exercises to do, community to build for support, so that you're actually getting into the state and you're creating things that you want to create. It's not just sit there and idly listen. It's really taking part and getting into creation. You are the magician. You get to actually do that, and that's the fun part. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and see you again later on this week, and I shall keep you informed about the little adventure that I'm creating and how my boys and I can create what it is that we want in the next couple of days. Bye.